As founder of the Sky Service group of companies, including its FBO, Air Ambulance Service, and charter and regional airlines, Russell Payson has made significant contributions to Canadian aviation since the 1980s. Born in Ottawa in 1944, Russell was active in sports throughout his high school and university years. He played varsity football, competed in Junior A ski racing, and coached the women's ski team at Queen's. In later years, he has remained active in sports and excelled in car racing. At Queen's, Russell earned a Bachelor of Chemical Engineering. An MBA from the Ivy School of Business at Western followed in 1970. After graduation, Russell earned his pilot's license and worked on several aviation projects that culminated in the founding, with two other partners, of Sky Service FBO in 1986. The business model had modest beginnings, with 12 employees supplying hangarage and fuel services at Montreal International Airport. Russell focused on building a first-class organization based on strong relationships with his customers, employees, and business partners, relationships that soon developed into new opportunities. During the late 1980s, one such opportunity to emerge was the need to repatriate Canadian visitors to the U.S. requiring medical transport. So began the Sky Service Air Ambulance with a single citation aircraft. Realizing that existing operators flew little more than aircraft with stretchers, Russell purchased a local provider and entered into a long-term agreement with the Montreal General Hospital to offer intensive medical care services to the Baffin region. Several Learjet 35s were then acquired, which led to a period of extensive study and development to implement miniaturized high-tech medical equipment that turned Sky Service's aircraft into some of the most advanced air ambulances of the period. Initially, the focus was transporting patients from remote communities to larger medical facilities. But as need grew, Sky Service soon partnered with McGill University to develop one of Canada's first aviation medicine fellowship programs. It in turn created licensed, highly trained in-flight staff specializing in aviation physiology. Eventually, the company flew to every continent save Antarctica and was the first North American air ambulance to receive European Aeromedical Institute accreditation for special care, particularly in pediatrics. Russell's ability to see business opportunities and develop new business models enabled him to challenge the status quo. A major move came in 1993 when he negotiated an agreement to purchase the former Worldways hangar at Toronto International Airport. Imperial Oil soon expressed an interest in entering into an agreement, which eventually resulted in a joint venture between the two companies to operate Esso Avitats in Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, and Calgary. The facility was an astounding success right out of the gate. Opportunities abounded, and the company chose to expand in several new directions. The success of the FBO brought new customers, one being Sunquest Vacations, which approached Sky Service to supply two Airbus A320 aircraft for its lift requirements. With Sky Service Airlines operating the Sunquest programs, it used and maintained the two aircraft like business aircraft, and managed in its first year to achieve a top rating for dispatch reliability. This program eventually expanded to 12 aircraft and capitalized on the seasonality of leisure travel business in Europe and North America, serving destinations in both the Mediterranean and Caribbean. In 1997, Sky Service Airlines became the first North American airline to fly the wide-body Airbus 330, which operated as part of the Sunquest Italy program, serving 5 destinations. Sky Service's cooperative relationships with European carriers shared crews and aircraft, greatly improving the economics of charter operations. The airline expanded significantly between 2000 and 2007, adding 4 tour operators with multi-year commercial agreements, in addition to routes of its own. Soon it was the leading independent leisure charter service in Canada, with a fleet of 26 aircraft flying to 57 destinations in 24 countries, and employing some 2,000 employees. In 2011, Russell founded Sky Service Regional Airlines, operating under the Air Canada Express banner. It began operations with 5 Bombardier Q400s, supplying hourly service between Toronto Island and Montreal. Its mandate was to supply high-quality services and help build the Air Canada brand. In 2013, it added 15 Embraer 175 aircraft previously operated by Air Canada, followed by 10 more that joined the fleet between 2016 and 2017. For a decade, the airline employed nearly 600 staff, and at its height, it was flying approximately 125 flights per day. Sky Regional established an excellent relationship with Air Canada. However, the COVID-19 pandemic forced a new financial reality upon both parties, which ultimately forced them to shutter operations in 2022. Until their respective sales, Russell was either CEO and/or president of Sky Service FBO, Sky Service Business Aviation, and Sky Service Airlines. Widely respected by his peers and committed to supporting his community, he received the ATAC Lifetime Honoree Award in 2005 and was awarded the CBAA Honorary Lifetime Membership in 2009. A pilot himself, he holds an airline transport pilot's license with qualifications on the Citation Series, Lear 35 and 45, Bombardier Q400, and the Boeing 757. For his role in the founding and leadership of Sky Service, and for his contributions to both business and commercial aviation in Canada, Russell Payson was inducted into Canada's Aviation Hall of Fame at ceremonies held in 2022.